your mind fun for what these men risk so long ago.
These are the true stories behind their legends.
When you're at a dinner party, do you ever feel like you could break away for a commercial?
I love doing what I do.
I'm proud of you and told you that
The Fox Nation Last Chance Sale.
What you're about to see is incredible.
The time is right.
Let me see your hand!
The price is right. What better place to be
It's about the people that make America great.
than Fox Nation? Don't miss the Fox Nation Last Chance Sale to start giving Fox Nation for only $1.99 a month. Go to foxnation.com and sign up today. Fox Nation, America is streaming.
It's a special day for Pittsburgh.
Here are the famous quote that says, in order to get something that you've never had, you got to do something that you've never done.
You are here to prove you have something about you.
I've been in situations where I should freeze.
Is that only Special Forces 5-week event premieres January 8th on
Hi, Simon.
I've been having hot flashes for about 3 years now, I think.
It's hard to even explain how your body just melts.
There's no way to control it. It just comes and goes, and you never know when it's going to hit you. You just suffer through.
Now there's Ember Wave, a revolutionary new way to take control of hot flashes, night sweats, sleep, and more. Ember Wave is the world's first wearable that lets you cool or warm at the touch of a button for fast relief when you need it most. I'm amazed at how it cools my body down.
I've had to get my sleep, and that's huge. It just works.
Ember Wave delivers cool or warm sensations you feel on your skin. The sensation triggers a natural mind-body comfort response, just like dipping your toes in cool
What's up,
water.
Rain State?
It helps you feel better all over.
Without a doubt, immediate relief. Reach down, touch, done.
I feel so much better. No pills, no gels, no ice packs. Ember Wave offers convenient, effective relief that's backed by Nobel Prize-winning science and recognized by best-in-class awards from the National Sleep Foundation and Time Magazine's Invention of the Year.
My hot flashes were so bad that I literally felt like my body was on fire and I was melting from the inside out. The Ember Wave stopped that.
Join the community of over 200,000 people who found personalized temperature relief with Ember Wave. I would recommend anybody trying it, and I promise you, they would not be giving it back. It's pretty magical.
I'm still a little coughing in my throat, but
Ember Wave today with our risk-free guarantee, or
it's a
start
little
yourselves
better.
$20 a month with the Embership subscription. Subscribers receive an Ember
Hello,
Wave
Brian.
plus accessories, a lifetime warranty, future upgrades, and more.
The fact that I can control it, the fact that it's non-chemical, the fact that
I know that, Sassy. I know that.
Sit back. But you're gonna
Peace
love
be
it.
with
You're
you.
gonna love it. Actually, you're gonna love it.
Scan the QR code or go to emberwave.com. That's EMBR.
Overpaid. Call me crazy, but put hot sauce on your potato salad. I don't eat potato salad.
And raping them as
Oh, nothing
recently
much.
as
I'm
4 years
listening to
ago.
some music.
In a statement to Fox News Digital, Diddy's lawyer says, quote, "These complaints are full of lies. We will prove them false and seek sanctions against every unethical lawyer who has filed fictional claims against him," end quote. This is one of just 30 known lawsuits the rapper now faces. He has denied all allegations. And last week, rapper Jay-Z was also accused of raping a 13-year-old with Diddy, a claim he is also denying. One might imagine that other Diddy associates may now be wishing they never met him in the first place, including former President Barack Obama.
I'm listening to some 80s music.
You're a motivating force for young people all across the country. You're
100% YouTube. What?
You're a trendsetter.
When you want to be the president of the United States, you call your man. You order something, you're making sense to me.
Obama not the only politician with ties to the star. For example, Kamala Harris tweeted a thank you at Diddy in 2020, a tweet that remains live as we speak. So, Anita, let's start with you. I know you have some ties in the Hollywood community. You talked to one person in particular who provided security at some of these
Hi, Hannah.
notorious parties. What did that
Oh,
person
and
tell you?
him.
Yeah,
What?
so I have a friend who
Where's your bowl of
provides
rock?
private
I don't have any
security
hot
for
dogs
parties, and
tonight.
he told me there were a lot
Nothing.
of recognizable faces at these parties. People from, all walks
Like
of
both
life
of those.
we would know.
I'm listening to
But
Faith
also
Hill
it's
right now.
interesting that this lawyer who's bringing a lot of these suits, Tony Busby, says that there are names that will come out of this that will show
Chili
him.
dog
He's
casserole.
talking about artists, executives,
Sounds pretty good.
managers, and others. So I guess stay tuned. There's a lot more information to come here.
Right, there are rumors, and there have been for a while now, that the blast
Yeah,
radius of
Emily,
this thing could be significant,
it's pretty decent.
and that it was at
How about
least
you?
something of an open secret that there was some very dodgy stuff happening connected to Diddy and at some of these parties. Now, we mentioned that Jay-Z has now been implicated in this, at least in one of these very serious allegations. We want to bring you what he has said. Here's the quote from Jay-Z. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whoever
Yeah, that was my
commits such a
birthday,
crime
Michael.
against a minor should be locked away.
Are you thinking about going to bed?
So that's Jay-Z getting this.
Well, it's almost 11 p.m. here,
into
out in
bloodstream,
Vegas.
Joey, and I think it's important, number one, to
It's almost
look
quarter to 11.
skeptically at the denials, of course, but also to look skeptically at the allegations, because
Yeah, I was drunk as fuck,
you have
Michael.
evidence and not just conjecture.
It was my birthday.
Occam's razor, simplest explanation is probably it. When there's smoke, there's
I was
fire.
an alcoholic
It's hard for me to
at
believe
10.
At any moment
Ooh.
that Diddy walks away from this and all these things are false.
Gotta work at
against him.
5. I hear
I
you.
don't know what's real, what is it, I don't know what's
I
true.
went to church this
This week
morning,
we're reporting
Sam.
on the Duplo Cross
I came home
players
watching
whose,
football.
accuser came out and said, while serving a sentence for murder, came out and said that she was lying the whole time. There are others in the news that get accused.
Oh, you went to church
that
too?
it's proven that it's not true. And I'm not saying no.
Brutal to spice things up.
I'm saying that
I used to go to church,
have
but I
a
used to.
culture in Hollywood of
Hey,
hiding in
going to
plain
church
sight.
drunk
You make
is
yourself an
bad.
easy target. And when you indulge in that culture,
Going to
and
church
you have
drunk
these
is
parties,
bad.
regardless of what illegal or legal
Church and the
activity is going on,
Packers.
You've done a lot of work to get these types of
Yeah,
accusations.
church was
And
good
we're
this
put the
morning.
public
It was
land
good.
up until the day in court
Are you?
comes.
Nope,
It's
I'm not.
kinda fair. Yeah, it's kind of fair to say, yeah, it's probably true, but we don't know. We need to let this process.
There's some
play
journey,
out.
baby.
But if it
Some
continues to
journey.
snowball, it doesn't look good for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cesspool situation in
Yeah.
Hollywood. We remember Harvey Weinstein, right? People say, oh yeah, we knew about that all along. And how many
Oh,
episodes
look who's
like this
back.
do we need to see?
Walker.
It's clearly a cultural problem out there.
Nothing much.
You know, we want to tread carefully and follow the facts on this. And with that, we're going to move on. It's still ahead.
Journey.
Program tonight. President-elect Trump says America should
So,
shut
Emily,
down those mysterious drones.
Where do you live? Are you here in Vegas too? I mean, where do you live? You don't have to say. Where do y'all live? Where y'all watching from?
I mean, how can you argue
What's
with
up,
that?
Eric?
We'll take a survey on this exact question in this
JFK.
weekend's Talk of the Town up next.
Did you say my name? Nothing much, Eric. What's up, Jose from Kentucky, Idaho? Iowa. Vermont. Wow, you're way East Coast. Kentucky. Will you pay up to We'll pay you pay up $30. I'm not paying shit. Pennsylvania. Yeah, welcome everyone. Chicago, cool. From Mars. What's up, Mike? I don't have any bologna and hot sauce.
Nice Oakley, Steve. Where'd you get them?
Gomax.com.
My sulfur levels in my blood need to go up. Fart in my nostrils. What?
Where'd you get those?
Gomax.com.
How big is Uranus? Oh my God. Guantanamo. What do locals do for fun? Gamble, hockey, AAA baseball.
Don't worry, we have the solution.
Matthew Chatwood as a kid. What? Who's that? Oh, yeah, well, bye, Chatwood. Let's get our gamble freak on. How about no?
Gas, food, rent, everything's expensive, and we get it.
Bro built like a 1x1 Lego brick. That'd be going in May. Cool.
Adam Cutter and Associates was voted best law firm and best customer service. We offer home visits and texting 24/7.
Enter Ask Attorney Adam Cutter. Or text now 702-382-0000.
Steam Habit Underwear, the intersection of comfort, style, and support. And with over 55,000 five-star reviews, it seems that a lot of folks agree. Get your first pair for as little as $10. Just go to shinesty.com/TK.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one word.
Richie the Barber.
A spectacle.
No, he's not.
Isn't it dazzling? Simply astounding to watch. Experience shit. Coming to the Smith Center, February 27th through March 2nd. Buy tickets now at schedule.com.
I hear you, Mike.
If you've ever thought about trying to own a loan center, now is the time. And for new customers, your
I'm not watching it. I'm plugged in.
no application fee, no prepayment penalty, and on top of that, we're throwing in free interest for a full week.
Matthews, he had to fight for someone for $1 million. Nope. Nope.
Would you shoot down the mysterious drones, or maybe just run away?
195 stitches?
In the
Ooh.
streets to find out what people are saying
Ooh.
in this weekend's talk of
What's
the
up?
day.
What would you do if a drone was
What did you eat for dinner?
I don't have a gun, so I couldn't shoot it.
Bananas.
I would shoot it.
Do you gamble?
You think it's an enemy
Yes,
or an
sometimes.
It could be a creepy neighbor.
It could be anybody. It could be anybody. It could be foreign, it could be American. It's anybody's guess at this point, but nothing is being done.
Somebody called me a homophobic today while I was walking down the street. Oh, I've been called worse, dude.
Calling, trying to take a video of it?
Newts, you're completely wrong. You're completely wrong.
I wouldn't call up the FBI because they don't really do much these days.
Moron, rat, gay,
You kind of have been here, so what
other
would you do?
dummy names.
But I would totally shoot it
Fat.
down if I could, or if my shot was that good. But ultimately, most people probably aren't going to do that. You see it in your backyard. It is very scary. The next time my mom heard the noises, she just didn't go outside.
Yeah, YouTube is
I
brutal.
just don't want to look at it again. Again, it just brings up this question: what are they doing there? Maybe the government will shoot one down. A real one, not a plane, not a, whatever, a pedestrian-driven drone, but to see what it's coming from, what it's doing here, what
That
the
too.
origins are, we deserve those answers as American people.
Yeah,
Hello.
I actually understand. You can't really shoot them down. That's not really an option. But yeah,
I bet you could. I feel like anyone at this table would be you there.
let me tell you, I have trouble hitting a duck at 40 yards with a shotgun. I don't think I'm going to hit a drone at a couple of hundred yards in the sky. But with that being said, what's your reaction?
You make me
to this?
hungry for
You
Panda
understand these
Express.
are circling places that are of high value.
This is why I keep coming back to the idea that the government has to know what's going on. The fact that, to our knowledge, they haven't shot one down, right? If this were truly a mystery and could be an enemy, I think the first thing they would probably do is try to get one of these
Nope,
things.
Adam,
And
nope.
At least tell us.
What's good?
exactly
What's
what
good,
happened.
Jelly?
We have
What's
been able
good?
to get our hands on one of these, and and we are going to come back to you with more information. The fact that they've been mum and saying basically nothing suggests to me, maybe this is optimistic, but suggests to me that they know what these are. And they're just
Well, it's a new day.
honest with us. Otherwise,
Nobody's standing behind me. My window's right there.
So either shutting it down or finding some good technology to capture one.
11. What's 11?
Probably will look back on this and say, oh well.
What's 11,
I
Rapid
just wish they
Dog?
would tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us something.
I think that makes a lot of sense because there is this lack
What's
of
up, Dutch?
urgency and almost a cavalier attitude coming from government officials saying, oh, well, you know, we don't really know, but you don't have anything to worry about. I mean,
Which is contradictory. If they don't know, how can they tell us we shouldn't be worried?
For 4 years, they've been acting like this, not only on these kinds of issues, but
I don't know. I'm not watching TV. It's facing the other way.
well, perhaps if this is still going on after January 20th, perhaps we will get some more.
I'm pretty sure it would be.
It is surprising to me that the king and queens of gaslighting don't have any fuel for the fire on this particular issue. And everything else, they tell us the economy's great, the border's secure. But on drones, they say, I don't know. So, I don't know. All right, stick around. The Big Four is next. And don't forget to follow the Big Weekend Show on X, Facebook, and Instagram. It's real easy right there at...
I don't go fishing. There's no way to go fishing here. I'm in the desert. Hey, Dutch, you want to take some of these trolls out? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Dutch, if you want to take some of them out. Do your thing.
I even use it on things that I think are impossible to clean. You need this to clean magic eraser in your life.
33, Carla. Nope, Doc, I'm off to Wednesday.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got you. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
TrueWork is the most technical workwear in the world. Our innovative layering system is engineered for superior performance, especially in the most extreme.
Go to hockey games and bowling.
Keeps you dry and comfortable. A breathable insulated mid-layer keeps you warm and mobile. And an impenetrable shell is a force field against wind, rain, and snow. TrueWork gives you the protection and flexibility you need to conquer the cold and be your best when the weather brings its worst.
Spend less time making cocktails and more time making memories.
Uh-huh.
Introducing Bartesian.
Mm-hmm.
Cocktails at the touch of a button.
Get our best holiday deal now. Only at artesia.com/drinks.
Since 2007, Origin has been focused on the future. A future
Vandalism, what?
passive income from real estate. One where we invest by your side without hidden fees or confusing structures. Build the future you deserve with Origin Investments.
Should GLP-1 weight loss medication cost hundreds of dollars?
Cool, Carla. Cool.
So, get your free insurance benefits check and see your eligibility for coverage in minutes.
Well, I like both teams.
.com/TV.
Would you rather shower with Pepsi for a week? Drink only 7-Up or... Huh? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that?
Check us out and give Lily a try today.
What?
Simple thing to tell.
What?
Any neighborhood restaurants. My yards.
I came here to help you.
Olga, are you in? What slime is that? Something out of a burger scene.
Don't set his kitchen up.
Sorry.
Nightmares Road is Super 59.
The wrong button.
It really feels like the quiet before the storm
Sorry.
right now.
Yeah, peace would be with you, Brad. You're retired. Cool. Thank you, Carla.
following this week.
No, he does not.
Well, no more rolling the clocks back or forward. That's Trump's plan. On Friday,
Where do you live, Carla?
Truth Social, quote, the Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight saving time, which has a small but strong constituency, but shouldn't. Daylight saving time is inconvenient and very costly.
What, in
to
October,
our
ready in
nation.
December?
Now, one of the counter
Rainier. What's that?
darker in the morning.
What's rainier?
And then, you know, kids going to their buses.
Australian, cool.
Because they'll be in the dark. But then on the flip side, President Trump says, you know,
What's up, Russ?
hours in the day to So, you know, you gotta wait that right now.
A lot of people are struggling with seasonal depression right now. It gets dark at 4:30.
Oh, it is early.
All right, I'm up. Colorado Buffalo's two-way phenom Travis Hunter.
Washington. Oh, cool. I'm in Las Vegas.
Hunter averaged over 100 snaps per game. How's that?
I'll probably go to the strip
He played
tomorrow.
both sides of the ball for Coach Prime out in Boulder. He was the front runner to win. He won and strike the post.
Yeah, a lot of trolls.
Yeah, no, well, it was also such a play. I personally think that Ashton Genty, the running back for Boise, should have probably got it just a little bit of an edge because in his position he was phenomenal for the record books. But it has
I don't like the lightsaber time.
Danger the Trump dance.
Not really.
He did the Heisman.
They're really good at those speeds that were very impactful to a lot of people.
Jackie?
All right, let's get to this one. More than a dozen congressional Democrats.
Why does it matter if I'm disabled, Grambo?
President-elect Trump's inauguration as their, quote, first act of resistance, and many more are deciding whether or not they'll attend. Listen, I'm not a person who likes to
I don't
force
like
myself to do
you.
things I don't want to do if I feel
That's
strongly
fine.
about something. You don't want to go, don't go. But at the same time, the hypocrisy here is that they're always saying that we should have a peaceful transfer of power. We should all support each other no matter which party it is. And that's what we've lost, this ability to work you know, across the aisle together to be able to move forward. And so I think it's just kind of like sour grapes, that it's not your guy. You're not going to.
Yep, Carla, I went to church today.
We believe in democracy, as so many Democrats said
Peace
that
be
they
with
did.
you.
And just show up.
It's part of like you could argue, it's part of accepting the outcome
Right.
of the election, which is what we are supposed to do in this country.
Don't always
They've
win.
said that repeatedly. They lost the election. Show up.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting too if, because I think he invited President Xi. So like if the leader of China comes up with a Democrat candidate.
Nothing's happened to my face.
Across the world to attend the inauguration, but the folks here in town can't make it. And I think it just really shows some immaturity. I bet you know who I bet would show up as John Fenner. I bet you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, listen, we got about a minute left. I want to tell you about this. I'm so excited. This is my current hometown, the town nearest where I live. My son goes to this high school. It's called the Calhoun Yellow Jackets. My daughter goes to the primary school, or the primary school there. And so they won a semifinal game, and they're going to play for the Georgia 3A state championship in football on Wednesday. The entire school system is getting the day off to go watch them play. I think mainly because it's going to take all the buses to get everybody down there. They're going to play Jefferson. And I say good luck. Go Jackets. That's really exciting.
Mike. But I told him earlier, if he trashes people, he's not welcome here. And I banned him after I warned him, so he no longer has a wrench. Because I banned him again.
Life, liberty, and event.
I'm Jackie Heinrich in for Shannon Green. Senate Republicans face mounting pressure to get behind Trump's nominees with 36 days until inauguration.
All the conversations have been great and constructive. We're meeting with Republicans and in this case, Democrats.
Trump's cabinet hopefuls aim to shore up support
What's up, 420?
for lawmakers who will decide their future as hesitant Republicans face growing pressure from the president-elect's allies. Do you feel like there's urgency?
I do.
Senator Tom Tillis on how
What's up?
controversial picks are faring in the upper chamber. And
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings.
I don't have the TV facing toward me.
Or a public safety.
It's facing the other way.
the White House facing increasing pressure to answer
Third eye
questions
with
on
this one.
mysterious drones. Jim Himes, the top Democrat on House Intel, joins
McRib.
us as calls for an investigation rise. Plus,
Nope, 420. No. Not till May.
that captivated America now sparking a debate over the nation's health insurance industry. Our Sunday panel discusses the impact.
No, I'm not tired, Carla.
Rising divisions across the
My right eye is killing me. I got right eye issues. I did it last night, but if I put my hand over this eye, my right eye vision is bad. But over here, my eye is perfect. Thanks, Mike, for the $7 Canadian. Thank you, Mike.
Trump filed the Student Network and its top anchor after George Stephanopoulos incorrectly asserted 10 times in an interview that Trump was found liable for rape in the civil suit with Eugene Carroll.
Bro can take out all those Chinese drones.
Note expressing regret over the statements. South Korea's parliament voted to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol on Saturday over his decree of martial law earlier this month.
Oh, it's fine. But yeah, if I put my right over this, I can't see. It's all blurry. Like, it's blurry. But over here, it's perfect. I can see the chat. Yeah.
President-elect Trump attended the game.
You too.
Upcoming administration as well as nominees. Navy upset Army 31-30. Let's turn to Fox News correspondent Alexandria Hoff.
You too, James. Here's one of my battery packs. I'm good, James Cash. It's troll night. And look at this, it's fully charged.
2016, and this year he was doing some political quarterbacking himself. Just 15 miles from the White House, President-elect Trump was greeted at Northwest Stadium by cheers and chants.
I remember, Sam. It's to help when the phone battery goes dead or the gimbal. You always have to have these around. How do you get so many followers? Content in Vegas, and how much you make? Not that much. Not that much.
Both are requiring extra effort by Team Trump to shore up the support needed for confirmation.
We had a meeting. We had a conversation. And what happened? Where we're at. There really is no new news after that conversation.
There's 53 Republicans. All of us got there by the strength of our own character, our campaigns, and our ability to make decisions, regardless of where the pressure points may be.
Oh, I guess I'm getting tired. I got a Samsung S24, Carla. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it, man.
Marine veteran Daniel Penny was invited to the suite as Vance's guest just 5 days after he was acquitted in the New York subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely.
Here's some BGs. Oh my God, some BGs. You too, AC. BGs.
House Majority Leader or House Speaker Mike Johnson. He is also a Naval Academy dad. Jackie. Alexandria Hoff reporting live from the White House. Alex, thanks. Joining us now is North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis. Senator, thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning. Senator, the President-elect's team is sending pressure through various emissaries.
Thank you, James.
With his nominees for
Senator
Lisa Murkowski said the message was like this: we got you here, and if you want to survive, you better be good. Don't get upset.
I can't sing the please BGs. If I could donate, I'd donate $1 million. Well, thank you, Sam. Well, Carla, if you want to donate, there's a $sign at the bottom, but it's up to you.
3.2 points in a year that was good for Republicans, and you've got a general election.
Something from the BGs. Let me look.
Democrats really hope to unseat next cycle.
Oh, it's Night Fever. Night Fever. Thank you, Sam. Night Fever.
To Trump, I have a great relationship with transition.
$1 billion.
To try to make sure that every one of his nominees get a fair treatment.
The night fever.
Making money from the fundraising campaigns to put some ads in there, but double
The night fever.
Here's what I would tell them. If they really support President Trump's nominees, they should stand down and let the nominees win on their own merits. And I think most
Yeah, that's fine, Carly.
President Trump had
Hope I win the like and subscribe contest. The Cadillac. 2095.
And they run a lot of risk. 4 votes for all it's going to take to kill the nomination here. So they should take pause, do the work, build a compelling case. Pete Hegseth had a good week this week on Capitol Hill. I'm working with Cash Patel.
The night fever. That would do it.
A structural problem for future nominees if they overreach, but I don't believe that it's going to direct
fever.
I think it's coming out of groups. Sometimes
I'm not watching anything. The TV's facing the opposite way. No, I didn't.
As an activist organization, I think that that's not doing the president a very good service.
Well, it does seem like the president-elect is frustrated with the prospect of some of these nominees not even getting to a full hearing, because the way that they see it is if these senators are allowed to essentially veto some of these nominees, take them down without ever having to put their name on the board opposing them, then the senators are going to scrutiny when they're running for their re-elections. And it looks to some like Trump might not have control of the conference. But you have to be looking over both your left shoulder and your right shoulder with every vote that you have to cast.
There are some nominees that are going to have to ask some legitimate questions coming from Republican members. They're also are going to have to answer. They're also going to have to deal with unfair questions.
Some Carrie Underwood now.
On the Democratic side. Just take a look at the confirmation.
You like Blixies.
Take a look at which I participated in when I was on Senate Armed Services. Take a look at Brett Kavanaugh's hearing.
And I got my other battery pack too.
The Senate. Every nominee needs to be
this one's heavy.
To go to the level that they're going to have to go to answer some tough questions in some cases, and many unfair.
This one's almost dead though.
The Democrats have made it very clear in the Kavanaugh hearing, nothing is sacred.
Yeah, James, they pretty are.
Past experiences, personal
Cheers, Eric.
high school yearbooks, the nominees need to get ready, and they need to answer these questions to the satisfaction of the Republican members minimally. And then there are going to be many nominees that I think will get significant Democrat votes. I believe Marco Rubio will, Doug Collins over in the VA. We're not talking about all the nominees that are moving through quickly.
How long does what last? Doug? The battery pack?
Well, the base pressure does seem to have had an effect on Senator
I don't know.
Ernst. She's
Couple hours? Couple hours?
Being publicly lukewarm on Trump's defense secretary nominee Pete Hegseth, to asking for a second meeting with Hegseth and then saying that he should have a full hearing.
Nope, James, not till Wednesday.
Primary threat from Iowa's Attorney General. She wrote in an op-ed, "In recent days, it's become clear that D.C. politicians think they can ignore the voice of their constituents and entertain smears from the same outlets that have pushed out lies for years. When voters select a president, they're selecting that president's vision for a cabinet that will enact his agenda." So is this sort of about face from Ernst aside?
I will, James.
Maybe Hegseth and the other controversial nominees are going to ultimately make it through?
Joni's a very good.
Do you like what?
And she is she is a soldier, a patriot, and a fantastic member of the Senate. Anyone who wants to challenge her in a primary for being thoughtful needs to be held accountable for that sort of garbage. The reality is, Joni and all of us are just looking for a good, solid case to carry forward to the floor. And Joni asking questions and appearing to be objective with Pete is just fine with me. At the end of the day, there's a lot of what's amazing to me is how we're not even in the new administration.
I don't do tobacco.
We haven't even seen the background checks, which I know the administration is sending our way. So there's a lot of information that needs to be gathered, and these folks.
Yeah, he's rude.
Primary challenges, running ads. They seem more like political opportunists than me than thoughtful members of the Republican Party.
Real quickly, as you said, you think most of these nominees are going to make it through. Which of the nominees is going to have the toughest fight, do you think?
Wow, this is crazy. Look at this, they charge you for the strat for New Year's Eve. Crazy. Yeah, guess what the strat is charging for New Year's Eve? Nope, I don't. Nope. This is what they charge. Look at this.
Marriages, those sorts of things. All of that's fair game when you're
Look at that.
running for a cabinet.
And you get that for the strat.
But and I think Gabbard, I just simply don't know Tulsi.
What a rip-off.
On the Intelligence Committee.
The strat, look at that, a rip-off.
That comes with a strong
Rip-off.
base of support. I'm generally going to support.
Dishwasher.
And in committees where I'm not in the committee of jurisdiction, where it comes to veterans.
Yeah.
banking, finance, and judiciary, then I'll be on the front row, and I'll be doing everything to get the members through and to force them to answer tough questions. We shouldn't avoid.
They're all under what?
The Democrats are going to go further, and they're going to be unfair in the process.
Okay. I want to get to the agenda before we run out of time, because the president-elect campaign of promises to lower costs for Americans and solve the border crisis. The only way to get around the Senate's 60-vote threshold is to use the reconciliation process. And this week, the House Speaker
Nothing's free.
adopted the Senate's plan of doing multiple
Nothing's free.
reconciliation packages and
Shit.
theoretically going
I never been to this strat. Nope.
But also theoretically, if you eliminate the border, if you take that up with the first package and you don't include the tax cuts extension as part of it, it could become very difficult to get all of the Republicans on the same
I like
page
roller coasters,
against
but
Hawks that
they have a
are,
weight
you know,
limit.
fundamentally opposed to some of the same requests that the New York Republicans want, for instance.
I don't have
increasing
diabetes.
tax deduction for state and local taxes. So are you concerned that the tax cuts don't make it into the first reconciliation package, that it won't get done at all? Because you could have a situation where the largest tax increase in history comes under unified Republican control.
I am, Jackie. I mean, just take a look at it. When President Trump came in 2017, we tried to move
You're welcome.
quickly on reversing the damage that Obamacare was creating. We came up a vote short. What we don't want to do is burn too much time, because if we don't get the tax provisions in place and make it very clear to the markets and to the American people that it will be in the August or September timeframe, the markets are going to price in that cost, and then it's going to make it more difficult. And here's the last thing I'll leave you with. I think a lot of people are assuming that we can't convince Democrats, 7 or 8 of them, to vote with Republican policies. I think that's being lazy, and I think that
I don't know, came off what?
results that I believe President Trump wants. Let's get in there and do the hard work. Let's have the border package through reconciliation as an option. But why don't we get together and start having discussions right now about border security and immigration reform that President Trump supports? He's already said he thinks there should be a path for dreamers and DACA population. We can actually get some big stuff done, I believe, even with 60 votes, to take pressure off that timeline that we need to get reconciliation done for tax reform. And we're having those discussions. And I believe that we can be very, very productive in our first 6 or 8 months in office next year.
Just to clarify, are you saying that you think the tax cuts should go in
All
the
day,
reconciliation package?
all night.
I believe that we've got to pull it forward. So whether it could be the mechanics of the tax package and some border, it could be dual track where we're working on 60 vote threshold for border while we're trying to get the package done. Mike Crapo is doing yeoman's work as our incoming finance chair. But it is complicated and it is difficult, and we have to get it done, because we cannot afford to have a $4 to $5 trillion tax increase over the next 10 years hit the American people. They need just the opposite. They need the good work that President Trump did with tax reform in 2017 back and renewed this year.
Senator Tom Tillis, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Reports of drones in the sky across the East Coast prompt more questions than answers about the flying mystery objects. House Intel Committee Ranking Member Jim Himes joins me next to discuss the search for answers.
Fox News Sunday is sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years.
I tried everything for my stubborn dandruff. And then I found Nizoral. Nizoral works differently to get to the root cause of dandruff. In fact, its active ingredient is 10 times more effective at fighting fungus, the primary cause of dandruff. Say goodbye to stubborn dandruff with Nizoral.
Imagine making premium cocktails at the touch of a button. Introducing Bartesian. Simply insert the capsule, select your strength, and enjoy.
Get our best holiday deal now, only at Bartesian.com/drinks.
The average person would rather suffer through team-building exercises than look for insurance. The Zebra searches over 100 insurance companies for you.
Hello, Ralphie.
No one else can.
Hello, Ralphie.
The Zebra. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Welcome to Troll Night.
In order to get something that you've never had, you got to do something that you've never done.
You look like Blake Griffin. No, I don't.
Special Forces World's toughest test for exchange.
Hey, Carla, if you're still here, do you want a wrench? I can give you a wrench.
love to surf, snowboard, and of course skate. So I take Quinol magnesium to support my muscle and bone health. Quinol's high absorption magnesium glycinate helps me get the full benefits of magnesium. Quinol, the brand I trust.
GIA Diamonds, lowest
I said a wrench, not a ranch. A wrench.
1990 custom mounts are just $4.99.
Matt, why did you do what?
Thousands of diamonds guaranteed.
No, you're not, Ban BP.
At Coxmo, we know you need reliable
Why did you do what?
You do. Because why take all those great road trip pics if you can't share them right away?
Final
We get it.
countdown.
That's why Cox Mobile runs on the network with more nationwide coverage than T-Mobile. All for a price you'll love. Big reliability means big savings, no matter where life takes you next. Connect coast to coast with Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile.
He wasn't banned.
They're called Shaughnessy Hammock underwear, life-changing men's underwear with the built-in.
Yeah, you weren't banned, BP.
The most comfortable underwear you'll ever wear.
The pouch insert adjustments at inopportune times.
With over 8 million pairs sold and more than 50,000 five-star reviews, it's no wonder they're the #1 pickup season. If they're not the most comfortable underwear you've ever worn, your first pair.
There's 100% free upgrade. The Shaughnessy hammocks at Shaughnessy.com.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Will it get worse?
Eric,
Stop typing, start talking to a specialized urologist because it could be Peyronie's disease or PD. It's a medical condition where there is a curve in the erection caused by formation of scar tissue, and an estimated 1 in 10 men may have it. But PD can be treated even without surgery. Say goodbye to searching online. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
Talk among yourselves.
Syria's drones over New Jersey are sparking concerns as officials and residents question where they're from. In a moment, Connecticut Congressman Jim Himes will join me live.
No, I'm not,
First,
BP.
Fox News
Nope.
national correspondent CB Cotton is live in Elizabeth, New Jersey, tracking the recent sightings. Hey, CB.
Hi, Jackie. Well, during a call with reporters this weekend, a senior Defense Department official confirmed there have been serious drone sightings over 2 military facilities here in
This
New
Christmas,
Jersey.
I'm
The
sleeping with
military is
everyone.
frustrated by what
I
he
guess.
described as irresponsible
Oh,
drone
boy.
activity, while admitting that at this point, the U.S. government doesn't know much about who was operating the drones in those cases, saying, quote, "But I just got to simply tell you, we don't know. We have not been able to locate or identify
I don't pay
operators
attention.
or the points of origin."
Hey.
Other officials from the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and FAA said during the weekend call that the ongoing investigation revealed most of the sightings are planes being mistaken for drones, and that there's no public safety threat, national security risk, or foreign
Oh,
An FBI official saying most of the reported sightings across the entire Northeast region matched the approach
I haven't seen any drones, nor do I care.
area, adding later in the call, quote, "I think there has been a slight overreaction. Our Fox flight team took this cell phone video of what looks like it could be a drone.
Me and me only.
Then our team shot video using
I sleep with the guy on the couch.
you can clearly see the outline of the plane.
Come on, man.
Growing frustration. New York
Holy
Governor Kathy
crap.
Hochul sounded off about an airport temporarily
Not
shut
nobody.
down Friday night. She's now
It's
calling
facing
on
the other way.
Congress to pass legislation
Holy crap, it's so late.
FAA's oversight of drones and give more
Here.
authority to state and local agencies to investigate the drone activity, while people take to social media like this Facebook group to share photos and videos.
No doubt whatsoever. I've talked to other people. My wife was home last night and she saw the video, and there's no doubt they're drones.
Everybody's got their own personal theories, and nobody really actually knows what's happening.
An FBI official said the agency has received about 5,000 tips, but of those, he said less than 100 were deemed credible for further investigation. Jackie.
CB Cotton live in New Jersey. Thanks, CB. Well, the mysterious sightings leading to bipartisan calls for answers. Joining me now, top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, Congressman Jim Himes. Thank you so much, Congressman, for being here.
Thanks for having me, Jackie.
So, Congressman, contradictory statements can erode public trust, and it appears that that's already happening.
I'm gonna do like
within the government.
three,
Here's
two. I'm gonna do like
Nicole Malvey-Tokas.
3 more songs and this is it. I'm gonna hit the hay. So 3 more songs I'm playing. But then I'll be on tomorrow. During the day probably.
What we're all asking is for you to be straight with us and just
Uh,
tell us what's going on.
I'm starting to really fall asleep.
There's no evidence of a national security
You
or
absolutely
public
no.
safety threat, no sign of criminal activity or malicious intent or foreign involvement, but also they don't
I'm
know
in
what
Vegas.
these systems are. They don't know who is operating them or why or what they're capable of, and those messages are inherently incompatible. So do you believe that
Vegas.
relevant federal agencies are really unable to answer these questions, or are they just unwilling to answer them? And do you think the government actually knows what they're dealing with here?
Yeah, Jackie, you know, there's a lot
Because
of us who are pretty
last night I only had like 4 hours of sleep. Well, actually no, I had more than a few more hours than that. I had like 5 hours of sleep, so yeah, I'm pretty tired. So yeah, we'll do this tomorrow night. I'll be more awake. Yeah, 2 more songs after this. Oh. Yeah, we hit the hay.
So my frustration is that the FAA in particular, which is the agency of jurisdiction for our domestic skies, ought to be out, you know, Saturday morning saying, let us show you a picture.
I don't know, I've never been to Area 51.
Commercial and private and military that go over New Jersey in any 24-hour period. And when people see that, they'll be like, oh my God, I cannot believe how many aircraft. You should say, you know, we've got about 800,000 registered drones in this country, and there's probably several million more that aren't registered. And, you know, if just putting information out there to fill that vacuum would be helpful. So we haven't seen that. So as a result, you know, you got Senator Andy Kim going out with the Senate, with the state police in New Jersey, filling that vacuum, hopefully with truth. Now, let me say something that I know with great confidence. It is not the Iranians. It is not the Chinese. They aren't Martians. I know that's very unsatisfying for people who want a Hollywood movie out of this. In the absence of good information, I can say
I took it off the hook, so nice try.
as the ranking member of the Intelligence Committee, watching what the Iranians and the Chinese do. And you know what they don't do? Is put a bunch of
Booty
drones that we could easily recover over the continental United States. The Chinese learned that lesson, of course, with their spy balloon. And you're right, I can't say with 100% probability, but to Nicole's point, it's just the military is amazing at what they do. An aircraft carrier has 6,000 amazing people on it who will defeat the Iranians. What they're not very good at doing is identifying there's 12 teenage boys in Montclair, New Jersey, flying Walmart drones. The military's not very good at identifying that, dealing with that. So, again, it's a deep breath moment. But you're right, the federal agency's got to be putting a lot more information out there about the nature of the problem, even if they don't know what any given specific blinking light over Asbury Park is this morning.
Well, to your point about information that is being put in the public domain, the White House held a briefing this week and appeared to make a series of false statements. Take a listen.
The analysis thus far in an investigation that is ongoing has not revealed any national security or malicious intent or criminal activity. There has been no evidence of any of this activity in or near restricted spaces.
We know that there were incursions in restricted spaces. They later had to walk that back. Military officials confirmed this week on the record at Picatinny Arsenal and Naval Weapons Station Earl in New Jersey, plus Langley Air Force Base last year, and the nuclear test site in Nevada before that. And in Europe, the military also confirmed incursions at 4 U.S. bases in the UK last month and Ramstein in Germany last week. There also appears to be evidence of criminal activity because these drones are not operating on the FAA system as required by law. They're functioning on an undetectable frequency, we're told by investigators. Do you think that this mixed messaging invites a credibility crisis for the government that could have a real impact on the American people?
Well, I mean, what I heard Kirby say in that clip was that there was no evidence that what's been reported in New Jersey was contrary to the law or designed to observe a military base. That doesn't mean, by the way, and don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that drones can't be enormously dangerous, right? And there have been case after case of people flying drones into.
I'm not in any military, Sam. But thank you for your service.
That is a very, very serious thing. And yes,
no, Eric.
We don't know the full outlines because the cases
haven't been tried.
But people who have flown drones over military bases, and we suspect that they may observation. So yeah, look, 10 years ago, none of us ever had heard of a drone, and now it is a very powerful piece of technology that can be misused. I guess what I'm saying is, let's not jump immediately to Iranians, to Chinese, to Martians, and the government has a real responsibility to put more information out there so people better understand what the real dangers are.
This week, White House called on Congress to expand counter-drone authority. The New Jersey Governor, Phil Murphy, wrote a letter to the president. It's become apparent that more resources are needed to fully understand what is behind this activity. This week, the FBI testified in a joint subcommittee hearing before Congress that the federal government alone cannot address unidentified aerial systems. Why is this Congress's problem to solve? Is it really possible that the federal government is not in a position to address a potential threat over the homeland? What would happen if one of these was carrying a weapons payload?
Yeah, Jackie, well, look, like everything else, it's a division of labor, right? It is absolutely the federal government's job to make sure that nobody is flying.
Where's your mom? She's sleeping.
Air Force Base or the CIA headquarters in Virginia to do surveillance or worse, right? That's absolutely the federal government's responsibility. But look, I've got two 20-something daughters, right? Either one of them could walk into a Walmart, spend a little bit of money, get a drone, fly it next to somebody's window with a camera and start taking pictures of what's happening inside that house. Or worse, by the way, that's probably not going to be a Department of Homeland Security.
I have no idea. I'll worry about it when the time comes.
Look, we're all sort of dealing with this new
I'll worry about it when the time
figure
comes.
out what is the federal government's responsibility, what should be handled by the state police, and what should be handled by local forces. But yeah, look, this is a new technology. This could present new challenges, and all I'm saying is we should be so
Worry about that.
and not start worrying about it.
I probably won't hit 100,000, probably like another 70 years, probably.
Orson Welles thing of many, many decades ago.
So is there no concern in your mind that this could be potentially a Pearl Harbor moment, like with the Japanese submarines surveilling in the waters off Hawaii in the months leading up to the attack? Do you really have no concern this might be a state actor preparing for some kind of an event in the future?
No, it's not. And frankly, Jackie, we should look. Our adversaries that would wish us harm, have billion-dollar satellites over our heads right now that are capable of, doing what we do to them, which is observing. You know what they're not going to do? They're not going to put technology over Newark, New Jersey that could fall out of the sky and we would capture it. Believe me, it was not happy for the Chinese when we
There's
got
no
their,
beach, Eric.
Spy balloon. So no, I really don't. I mean, there's lots of things to worry about. Don't get me wrong. And we worry about Iran, we worry about China, but no, they are not going to launch.
I'm not diabetic, so don't spread fake news.
They're not going to use it to try to spy on our sensitive facilities. Of course they might. But no, this is not the predecessor for an attack on the American homeland. I can promise you that.
Well, I hope that people can take some solace in your confidence there, Congressman, because it's been
Grandma
a
put
week
a
or so, and it's been going on for several
credit
weeks
card
now,
in my
so thank you
peanut
so much
butter
for
and
being
jelly
here,
sandwich.
Congressman Hines.
I took her meds away. We've been grateful now, Grandma.
Bashar al-Assad's ouster is raising concerns about the future.
Jacob, you sound like a kid, so you gotta go. Sorry, bye-bye.
Plus, our panel breaks down how uncertainty
Go kiss your grandma's ass.
policy for the Trump administration. That's next.
Israel needs you. We desperately need tens of thousands to respond.
The war is here. A great storm from the north has come against Israel. You've got the scriptures calling each one of us not only to pray for the peace of Jerusalem, but every city throughout Israel.
No, I'm not, Sam.
This massive grocery store should be crowded. People are lacking food.
Exactly.
The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is preparing meals for precious elderly citizens who can't get out.
So many of our listeners, 70, because of the war, much of her roof is gone, the ceiling is gone. She's frightened. Hezbollah. How does she get food? The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews will come in. You provide groceries, vegetables, hot meals.
Yeah, Dutch. Uh-huh.
Emergency
Uh-huh.
provide food to Clara and thousands
Uh-huh.
trying to survive.
survive in the evacuated areas of Israel. Your urgently needed gift of $45 will help rush the delivery of an emergency food box and nutritious meals for a week.
It's you that gives her and lets her feel the presence of God.
It must be that God is here with me now. Thank you, and I'll say a special prayer of thanks to God.
When there's war and violence and brokenness, you and I as Christians are chosen to minister, to love. You help bring the peace of God that passes all understanding, and to know I have something to eat today.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Super Bowl 59 premieres January 7th on Fox.
Guys, you have a choice. Slow down with age, or crank up your testosterone with ageless male backs. A formula that's so powerful, it embarrasses the competition. Get the testosterone boost you crave with ageless male backs.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says American officials are in contact with the rebel group that led to the overthrow of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad as the world watches to see how the transition will unfold. Fox News Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live on the ground in Damascus, Syria for us. Trey.
Jackie, good morning.
So inspirational.
The fall of Damascus and the Syrian people are still
Baby
uncovering what was left
Tomlinson.
behind by the Assad
What?
regime. On the
Thank
outskirts of the
you.
city, we're getting a first-hand
I am tired. I
aftermath.
went to sleep at 3 a.m. I didn't get up till 8:30. Then I took a bus. I got up for a while. Then I took a bus to church.
Speaking out about their conditions and hopes for the first time. Now,
You should interview some showgirls.
God willing, it will be so much better. It's been a week without Assad.
Good
Our life
suggestion.
flipped 180 degrees, and that's just after 1 week. Hopefully, it will continue to get better. God willing, it will definitely get better than this.
Slowly, international organizations will trickle back into this part of Syria. The UN envoy arrived today to start determining the needs of the Syrian people. And today, Syrian Christians attended their first church services since the fall of the Assad regime.
It's really been an hour on here already.
About what comes next. We do continue to investigate following the fall of Bashar al-Assad. So much information here in the capital city, and so many missing people.
Yeah, Dutch. Yeah. True statement on that.
Well, the end of Assad's regime, of course, is sparking questions about how the incoming administration will address the wider situation.
All right, last song, and I'm ending
And
this.
it is time now for our Sunday group.
Another BG song.
National political reporter for The Hill, former Biden White House Special Assistant Megan Hayes, Mark Thiessen, resident fellow of the American Enterprise Institute, and Jewish Insider Editor-in-Chief Josh Krausauer. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. And thank you. First, I want to start with you. As Assad's regime was falling, Trump said on Truth Social, Syria is a mess, but not our friend. The United States should have nothing to do with it. This is not our fight. The group that's poised to take power in Syria is designated as a terrorist organization by the U.S.
But yeah, tomorrow I'll probably be on.
In
No,
Syria
I'm not
fighting
high. I'm
ISIS.
tired as
Is it
hell.
really possible to stay out of it, as Trump said?
You're not boring me. I'm very tired. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be on during the day. I'll probably be on.
It is a good news story in the sense the Assad regime was a brutal, murderous terrorist
But
regime. It's good news for the
yeah, I'll
Syrian
probably
people.
be on
Good for
about
Israel,
afternoon,
because it
early
was a cheap
afternoon,
spot for
mid
Iran.
afternoon,
It's defeat for Iran. It's a defeat for
like
Russia, which would
1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there.
the Assad regime and
We'll
its
go to the
failed.
strip.
So these are all good things. The problem is the new
Then we'll do
regime
this tomorrow night, but I'll be more awake.
was radicalized by the 9/11 attacks to go to Iraq and
We'll
fight
go
the
longer.
terrorists. He saw 9/11 and said, I'm going to go join that fight. He went to Iraq, he became a leader of Al-Qaeda in Iraq, which became ISIS, and then he was
I'm
sent
not
by
saying
Abu
where I
Bakr
work.
al-Baghdadi, the leader of that,
It's not in the casino
like a
though.
dog, we all remember, to
Nope.
Syria, and he had a break with him. And so he is an Al-Qaeda figure. Al-Qaeda had two goals, to get control of a nation state and get control of weapons of mass destruction. Well, they've just got taken control of a nation state that has chemical weapons.
You look like a
So
bouncer.
we
I'm not a
have a vital
bouncer.
interest in making sure that those chemical weapons stockpile are
Still early. Well, Casey, I'm very tired. I only had like 5 hard to sleep.
So because they could end up in
And
New
it's
York or Washington.
and it's almost midnight, like the next half hour. So yeah, almost. Yeah.
President Trump was elected with an overwhelming mandate to not get the
Yeah, I'll
United
be on
States
like
drug into any
early
more,
afternoon.
Middle Eastern wars.
And it could be later in 2 o'clock. I don't know, somewhere around there. I'm not gonna say exactly when, but I'm not gonna say exactly when, but
Well, it's a
it'll be in the
test of
afternoon.
Trump's isolationist instincts versus the realities on the ground. And I agree with Mark that the Trump administration, and he's got a lot of very
I know I did.
traditionalist, hawkish foreign policy advisors that
I am gonna
don't
go
want
to
see
sleep.
ISIS reestablish itself in northeast Syria. In fact, there's a prison where many of the most hardened ISIS terrorists are being housed. The Kurds are allies in that part of the country, and I think Trump and his advisors do realize that there are national security interests for the United States.
I'll
I think
try.
what he doesn't want to get is get both taking sides and kind of
Buffet
we don't know
tomorrow.
sort
If
of
you
the
pay
long-term
for it,
intentions
I'll
of
go.
HTS, the rebel
If
group.
not, you'd be
We hope
waiting
that they
until
will be
next
friendly
week.
to American interests and
As in next week,
provide
not
peace in
this
the region,
week.
but we know
Starts tomorrow.
isn't the substitute for
Christmas
what
week.
often happens in the Middle East. I think
No,
Israel
the
and
stadium's
Iran
supposed to
is
start
also
construction
another
in
big
spring.
hotspot.
In the spring.
Iran is very vulnerable. They lost one of their big proxies in Syria. I think a big question for the Trump administration is would they support
Cookies and
the
cream.
U.S. or Israel going after those nuclear facilities?
That's a very good question. I want to turn to healthcare as the murder of the United Healthcare CEO continued to dominate headlines this week. Senator Elizabeth Warren called the murder of Brian Thompson a warning, and it stirred some very strong reactions. Here was her book. Violence is never the answer, but people can be pushed only so far.
And here's Buffet's Excalibur.
They lose faith in the ability of
You
their
know I'm
government
near
to
the
make change,
Excalibur.
lose faith in the ability of people who are providing the healthcare to make change, and start to take matters into their own hands that will ultimately be a threat to everyone. Warren was later forced to sort of walk back her comment and make clear that this was not a justification for murder. But that is exactly the argument that's all over social media right now. So what does that say about the state of the country, Julia?
Look, I think we see on social media so much
You missed that one, my
about
girl.
this almost glorification
Well, she said she was
of
going on
the
family
which is
vacation
I think
for the
disturbing for a
holidays.
lot of people who
I
want
know where
this
she
also.
is,
Turning away from
but
the
I'm sure she's
nuance,
fine.
The discussion or the feelings that Americans
You
have
should make
about
money to
healthcare system.
gamble.
Look,
It's
there
called
is
I
certainly
Work.
unhappiness and discontent
Anyways, this
in
is
the
over,
healthcare
so
system.
see
In
y'all
the US,
tomorrow.
there was a recent Gallup poll that
Nighty
found that
night.
roughly 23%
So
of
nighty
Americans
night.
said they were unhappy with the current healthcare system. However, those numbers
Nighty
change when
night.
you look at their own personal healthcare situation when 65% of Americans say they're actually happy with their coverage.